Don't forget to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. This man will grind it out for you. He'll do your spotlight sims and your 12 and O's. Whatever you need, he's got it. What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm here bright and early on the Saturday morning before the NBA playoffs commence. As we all know, yesterday the Golden State Warriors lost the play-in game to the Memphis Grizzlies. Very fun game to watch, but now the Golden State Warriors are headed towards the offseason. So this one should be a fun one to do. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely smash that like button. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 18,000 subs, guys. I also did my 2021 playoff bracket predictions on my second channel. If you are interested, link is in the description. If you want to see my thoughts and hear what I think about the playoffs before the playoffs actually start, links in the description there if you guys want to go watch that. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and do this Golden State Warriors offseason realistic rebuild. Themselves in a couple of playing games, and while both were very fun and very competitive and very down to the wire, unfortunately the Warriors find themselves on the outside looking in, as they are not a playoff team this year again, which is just very weird to see Stephen Curry not making playoffs twice in a row. But we all know it's because of the big health, and Stephen Curry was injured a lot last year, and then this year it's Klay Thompson being out. That doesn't help them any. So feel very bad for the Warriors, but at the end of the day, they'll be back next year. Let's be honest. If Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry are stepping on that court together next year, everything stays, the same health-wise, this team will be back. So, staff signing, my job should be somewhat easy. There are some things the Warriors could do that I'm not sure what they'll do with it, but I'm going to go ahead and keep the coaching staff the same. I don't expect them to fire Steve Kerr or anything like that. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm just gonna, only thing I will do is I guess I'll get a better trainer, because that's always important to have a good trainer. So for some reason the CPU just goes after the worst possible guy they can find, and I just don't get it. I just don't. But we'll go ahead and get a better head scout. Not that it really matters, but let's go to the NBA draft now. So one thing the Warriors do have in their back pocket is that Timberwolves pick. Depending on where the Timberwolves pick does fall, right now the Timberwolves have like the 6th worst record, I think it is, in the NBA. I know that says Magic, but just you guys, if you guys know, obviously there's no start today, so there's nothing I really could have done about that. But the Timberwolves have, I think, the 6th worst record is in the NBA. So there's a chance the Warriors do end up with the Timberwolves pick. So they'll have like 6 and 14, give or take. Obviously the lottery will change that a lot, and see, it could be definitely different than that. So with the 6th and 14th pick, they could make some, make some moves. I find it very interesting. I just don't know what the Warriors are going to do with some of these guys. Like James Wiseman, Eric Paschall, both very young players. But Draymond, I 1000% expect these 4 guys to be on the team next year. I know some people are going to say, oh, Wiggins is going to be traded, he sucks. But guys, if you actually watch some Warriors games, you guys know Wiggins has become a really good defensive player for them, and a very good third option. Obviously he's not meant to be a second option, but he'll be the perfect small forward next to Klay Thompson and Stephen Clay, or next to Stephen Clay. I don't think Wiggins is going to go anywhere. If they were going to trade him, it's because they need to trade his salary away to get something else. Draymond's not going anywhere. It's going to be Steph, Clay, Draymond, and I think Wiggins will be back as well. I just think that's the way it is. I know Wiggins kind of sold down the stretch and missed a lot of shots, but that's not going to warrant him getting traded. And then there's James Wiseman. This one I find interesting because Wiseman kind of had a season-ending injury, I think it was, and he hasn't really played that much. But what are the Warriors going to do with him, man? Like, they're trying to win now, but at the same time, Wiseman is a really good player that could help them out whenever Steph, Clay, and maybe Draymond are gone. So, like, I just don't know what the Warriors think about that, whether it's to trade him now to, get a piece that's going to help them now, or maybe it's something else. But right now, if I try to trade guys like Wiseman and Paschall, we could trade for the #1 pick in the draft and Christian Wood, but the odds of this happening are very slim, so I'm not going to do it. So realism just doesn't make any sense there, because the only way we can maybe make a big trade is if we traded Wiggins' salary, which we can't do that. Like I said, I think Wiggins is going to be back on this team. So I'm just going to go ahead and draft a couple of players here. So with number 6, we can obviously get a really good player here. So at number 6, we're going to be selecting, let's just kind of see who's gotten taken so far. So Cade Cunningham at number 1 to the Rockets, Evan Mobley to the 2 to the Pistons, Jalen Green number 3 to the Magic, 4 Thunder, Jaden Springer, and then 5 Cavaliers, and now we have the 6th pick. So we have Jonathan Kuminga still on the board, we have Scotty Barnes, we have Jalen Suggs. Oh, Jalen Suggs hasn't got selected. I just noticed that. Okay, I'm not going to take Jalen Suggs, obviously. I do like Kuminga being on the board, though, because that does make Wiggins a little bit more expendable, I guess, a little bit. Jalen Johnson, Scotty Barnes. I've selected Scotty Barnes so many times, so I'm not going to do it. And Jalen Suggs here doesn't make a lot of sense, because I think it just, I just wouldn't like that. So I think I'm going to take Jonathan Kuminga here with this 6th pick. And at number 14, we will be selecting Let's see. We have Davion Mitchell. We have Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Johnny Juzang, Deshaun Nix, Isaiah Todd, Keon Johnson, Cam Thomas, James Bouknight. I think I'm going to take Cam. Actually, I'm going to take James here. I'm going to take James Bouknight here. And with that being said, we got a couple good players out of the draft lottery. And these are two guys that could stay on the team, but they could also be traded. So, again, I feel like the Warriors could go two different directions here. They could trade some of these young guys and kind of look to, you know, obviously go for it all and win now. Or they could kind of build some young players around Clay, Steph, and Curry whenever they are. Clay, Steph, and Draymond, if I can say those names all correctly at the same time. Where once those three guys are gone, at least you have a little bit of a young core to fall on, which I think that makes a lot of sense as well. So, gonna sign both these guys. Player options, Jordan Poole, of course we're gonna accept him. He's been a great player for them. So, Kevon Looney is declining, where his player option, he declines. Damian Lee, Juan Toscano has shown, you know, sometimes he can be good. Michael Mulder, Alan Smajlak, but I think I'm not gonna worry about too much other than Jordan Poole. So bring back Jordan Poole. Qualifying offers, we have none. And then right now for free agency, looking at things, you have Stephen Curry, we have Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, and James Bouknight, obviously. Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Eric Paschall, and then we have James Wiseman and Alan Smajlak. So again, Wiseman, I don't know what they're gonna do with them, but at the same time, I get like there could be a situation where the Warriors decide. Also, there's the thing where we could do a sign and trade with Kelly Oubre. They did give up a first-round pick for him when they used their trade exception. So I do kind of like the idea of doing a sign and trade with Kelly Oubre because I do not think he'll be back either. The writing was kind of on the wall for them. I think he was asked for like a question this season. Something about being back and playing off the bench, and he just said something about not being okay with that, I think it was, or something weird like that. So I guess we could do a sign and trade with Kelly Oubre. That could definitely be a way where we maybe get better. So let's sign Kelly Oubre to like a 3-year, $90 million deal. Kind of move his money up as much as possible. And then for Kelly Oubre, if there was a star that became available, I think the Warriors would definitely, you know, be of interest. I just don't know, you know, who that star might be. Maybe a Karl Towns becomes available or something interesting like that. But I'm going to look around the league real quick and see if anything makes sense as far as trading Kelly Oubre. I don't want to lose him for just nothing, but he's not staying here either. So I'm going to look around the league and see what I can find real quick. One is kind of out of left field if you're asking me, but I think it's something, you know, that could happen. I don't think it's totally impossible. I don't know if it would, but let's say Kelly Oubre and Kevon Looney for Al Horford. So honestly, Kelly Oubre, like I said, is getting traded regardless, and because we're doing a sign or trade with them. And the Thunder never even wanted him to begin with. He's been traded there before, then they traded him back. So, but the Thunder obviously don't want Al Horford. And, you know, the Warriors could maybe use Al Horford to, you know, be that kind of guy that can mentor James Wiseman and also be kind of a win-now player next to Steph, Clay, and all them. And I really like this idea. I really do. And he's only like a 1-year team option kind of thing. So I think this could make sense. And the Thunder do agree with my trade. And just like that, I like it. Stephen Curry at point guard, Clay, Jordan Poole, James Bouknight, Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, Paschall. And then now you have a guy like Al Horford who can mentor James Wiseman. And I think that's all, you know, I think that all makes a lot of sense. And of course, Al Horford is, you know, not a bad fit next to the backcourt of Clay and Steph. He could definitely shoot some threes whenever they need him to. So I think this could be an interesting option. It's something I've never even thought about. Let me know what you guys think, if that's just not even possible and you're like, you're just an idiot, Crush. It's just the way it is. Because I get those comments all the time. But Al Horford and Draymond Green both go down in overall, which is very, very annoying. But Alan Smajlak, Nico Mannion. But we're going to go ahead, guys, and simulate season number 1 with this brand new rotation. I'm actually really, really excited to see how things are going to go with this. As far as training camps are concerned, we're definitely going to use those real quick. So we have some young guys we could obviously throw it to. So on top potential, we're going to throw some at James Wiseman because that's important. And then the last one we're going to throw at probably Jordan Poole, to be honest with you. So Jordan Poole, we can kind of continue to progress him. Power ranking, we are ranked number 5. So this is what our rotation's looking like. Stephen Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Paschall. Obviously, Draymond Green would still get the start. It's just the way it is. That's not changing anything. Let's go ahead and throw Jordan Poole at that 6-man spot. And Draymond Green, I don't want him getting 15 minutes. His overall goes down in 2K, and that's just the unfortunate part of this game. But we continue to kind of take some minutes away from the bench real quick. Okay, so Draymond Green, he's obviously going to play probably a good amount of minutes because he's a really good defender for them. So this is going to be a rotation. As far as proficiency is concerned, 4-star at balance, and we can, so we're gonna stay at balance with this new system. I'm really hoping the Warriors make the playoffs in this video, because a lot of times when I simulate without, you know, with barely making any change for the Golden State Warriors, Sometimes they miss the playoffs and it's really annoying, but hopefully that doesn't happen in our case. Back, we finished as the 5th seed in the West Conference, and the Golden State Warriors are finally back in the playoffs. MVP LeBron James, Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, John Wall, 6th Man of the Year for the Rockets, Eyes Defensive Player, Tyler Herro, Most Improved, and Frank Vogel, Coach of the Year, Justin Taylor, Executive of the Year. Here's your All-NBA first team with Trae Young, Ja, LeBron, Giannis, Embiid. All-NBA second team, Kyrie, Steph, KD, Zion, Jokic. And here's your All-NBA third team, James Harden, Luka, Butler, Tatum, and Bam Adebayo. All-Defensive first team and All-Defensive second team. So, like I said, we finished as the 5th seed in the West. And lo and behold, we get to play the Memphis Grizzlies, a team that just knocked out the Golden State Warriors. So, player stats, we had 26 from Stephen Curry, 19 from Klay Thompson, 18 from James Wiseman, 15 from Andrew Wiggins, 13 from Jonathan Kuminga, 12 from Eric Paschall, and Jordan Poole with 9.7, Draymond with 5. Obviously, Draymond's not there to score. Al Horford, 4.5, and 4 rebounds, and then Jeff Teague, 0.6, and all that. So, here we are playing the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. Can we beat them is the question. They have Josh Richardson, Keon Johnson, Jaren Jackson, Valanciunas, Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, Xavier Tillman, Grayson Allen. So winning game 1, they jump up 1-0 on us, which is very unfortunate. I think at this point, we shrink the rotation. I think we shrink the rotation, and we live with it. So, Eric Paschall looks like he's going to be jumping in the starting 5 along with Jonathan Kuminga. So, Wiggins is headed towards the bench. Jordan Poole, obviously, and Draymond Green is headed towards the bench, I guess, as well. So, game 2, let's see what happens. We do even it up. Keon Johnson, 27, but Stephen Curry had 35 and 12. James Wiseman with 23 and 9. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Okay, Stephen Curry 21 and 9, 18 and 0 from Kuminga, 13 and 10 from James Wiseman. Here we go, game 4, and they're up 3-1. That's unfortunate. 33 and 11 from Stephen Curry, 24 and 6 from Klay, and 27 and 15 from the Grizzlies. All right, here we go. In game 5. Okay, so we're not done just yet. Stephen Curry 29 and 13. One thing that sucks about 2K is for some reason the Warriors are very, very undermined in this game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because Klay's coming off an injury or something, but the Warriors are just, I don't know. They're just not good in the simulation. I don't know what it is, because I feel like this team should be a lot better than it is, but for some reason they just aren't. They just like aren't good in the simulation. I don't know what it is. So let's see what happens, but it looks like we are gonna end up losing here. Maybe it's because the age of Steph and Klay. I don't know what it is, bro. They don't perform as much as they should, and yeah, we lose by 3 points, and we're bounced out in the first round. So many playoffs, and let's see how it finishes out as we got the Los Angeles Lakers winning 6 games over the Brooklyn Nets. Very interesting. All right, here we go. Draft lottery time again. This time we do not have a lottery pick, obviously. We are out of it, so we end up with number what pick do we got? If I can see it anywhere. 21. Okay, so number 21 pick in the draft. Steve Kerr, I'm still cool with him. I'm still cool with my coaching staff. I guess if I wanted to fire my trainer, I could for a trainer, so we'll do that. Let's go to the draft now. And so with the 21st pick, we'll be selecting. Okay, is there anything I want to do here? I guess if you wanted to trade Wiggins now, he's on a 1-year deal. You could definitely do it if you really wanted to. I don't know what Wiggins' future is in the NBA. Like, I'm not saying like he's going to be out of the league, but I just don't know where he's going to end up. But I do think he'll be on the Warriors next year. I do, but I guess there's a chance he gets traded, but I think he'll be there. So Evan Fournier, Serge Ibaka, Richardson, Doug McDermott, Gordon Hayward, Gobert from the Jazz would be interesting. Harrison Barnes as well, Markelle Fultz, Joe Harris, Miles Turner. Okay, Mason Plumlee, Christian Wood, Zeller, Rashawn Holmes, Malik Beasley, Cameron Payne. I don't like any of these trades as far as realism concerned, to be honest with you. So I think I'm just going to keep them for now. We're going to jump into that 21st pick in the draft and kind of see what we can get. So at number 21, we will be selecting Devin Askew, Will Richardson. I guess we can kind of take a point guard here, you know, to maybe inevitably replace Stephen Curry at one point in day of his life. At number 21, we got a 75 overall Devin Askew. Sure. Giovanni Quinterly went number 1 before, or 1 pick before him. Scotty Lewis in the second round is not bad either. We're going to go and accept all these team options, qualifying offers. Eric Paschall is a free agent, and then free agency is ahead of us. So Stephen Curry is a free agent. I imagine the Warriors would want to do everything in their power to bring him back. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that is the case. Stephen Curry is going to retire Golden State Warrior, I imagine, and I'm going to make sure the Wizards don't get him because the Wizards always seem to sign Stephen Curry in this game, whatever, no matter what. Okay, so looking at it again, Stephen Curry, 99 overall. Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, James Bouknight, looking good there. We have Wiggins, Kuminga here, Draymond Green at the power forward, and James Wiseman. So Al Horford inevitably is out of the, obviously off the team now. So I guess we could maybe use a replacement at power forward if it's not going to be Draymond Green anymore, if it's just not going to work out anymore. So maybe we kind of make a desperate move, but I feel like Draymond Green has just been such a foundational piece of this team. I just feel weird trading him. I don't know if the Warriors would ever do that. We could, like I said, we could try to attempt to trade Wiggins once again. I guess I can always try. Let me just see what I could get. So Rudy Gobert, Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield. So I guess if the Kings were desperate enough, they give me Harrison Barnes, can reunite with the Warriors. Nerds as well, first round pick from the Knicks. So we get a first round pick for him and a backup center. I guess that's cool and all. Monty Morrison, a first round pick. Jerami Grant, I guess, is interesting at the power forward spot. We also get Mason Plumlee. I guess if the Pistons wanted a 27-year-old Wiggins, but I don't know why they would. Let's see what else there is. I kind of like the Nerlens Well trade because we're just getting a first round pick from the Knicks. I guess we wanted to get rid of Wiggins, although, like I said, just looking at it now, it's kind of weird because I think Wiggins has been really good for this team. But I'm going to trade him, I guess. I'm going to trade for Nerlens Well in this first round pick. And Wiggins goes to the New York Knicks, and that's going to free up some cap flexibility. Although that's not going to give us like a max contract slot or anything. It is going to free up a little bit of maybe some minutes, whatever that may be. Maybe I get weird here and move Bunai to small forward. He stays the same, so maybe he'll back up Kuminga. So you have Steph and Clay, Steph, Clay, Jordan Poole, Kuminga, James Bunai, Draymond Green, and then Nerlens Well, James Wiseman. So I think Eric Paschall at the power forward spot is important to bring back, but I guess I can kind of look to see what I could afford. Daniel Tyus, always an interesting player to have. And then Dwayne Dedmon and Willie Cauley-Stein. So I think I just wait on Eric Paschall to come back. We did create a $20 million trade exception, though, which is interesting, actually, to be honest with you. Exception. I don't know who would fit under this exception, though. Who would fit under this exception? Let me look around the league for a power forward that may fit under this exception, because that could actually be interesting. So honestly, like, it could be fun to get Jerami Grant here in Golden State at the power forward spot to, kind of replace Draymond Green if need be. Come on. They don't take it, though. Okay. I hate to give up 3 firsts for Jerami Grant. Yeah, they're not going to accept that. Okay. And I know you can't actually stack players. Yeah, you're not supposed to stack players with an exception, I believe. I don't think that's allowed. But for this scenario, we're going to do it because I want Jerami Grant. So, Stephen Curry, and obviously I think the Pistons, if they were able to get a first round pick for Jerami Grant, I think they'd be happy with that. So, Steph, Clay, Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Bunai, Jerami Grant, Draymond Green, and Wiseman, Nerlens Noel. So, honestly, I am in love with that. I like that a lot. We traded Wiggins. I don't know if that'll solve all of our problems. Paschall also comes back in his qualifying offer. Klay Thompson's going down in overall, which is very unfortunate. I don't want to see that happening. Wiseman's up to an 87. Kuminga's up to an 86. So, honestly, we got a lot of young guys around Klay and Steph right now. Maybe something comes of it, and maybe we're a more interesting playoff team next year. That's what I'm kind of hoping and praying for anyway, just because I think this team is better than what 2K is giving them credit for. So, hopefully, this time around, we get the respect we deserve. This would be the answer to all my problems, as after we traded Wiggins, we just went on a tear and won 60 games. I don't remember what the exact record was. And Stephen Curry, at the age of whatever it is, just won MVP. 35 years old, just won MVP for us. 28-12, 50-40-90 club. Pretty obvious he was in that club. Achua, 6th man of the year. Giannis defensive player. Isaiah Thomas approved on the Brooklyn Nets. Coach of the year, Frank Vogel. And Taylor, executive of the year. So here's your all-NBA first team. Steph, Luka, Giannis, LeBron, Jokic. All-NBA second team, you have Trey, Harden, KD, Tatum, and Embiid. And here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defense first team, All-Defense second team. So, 62-20 is our exact record, and we still didn't even finish as the first seed in the West. The LA Lakers go ahead and do that. Player stats-wise, we had 28 from Stephen Curry, 21 from Wiseman, and 19 from Klay Thompson, 18 from Kuminga, then 12 for Jordan Poole, Eric Paschall with 11, Jerami Grant with 11, and Draymond Green with 5 and 8. And you guys know Draymond Green isn't much of a scorer. He's more that guy that does all the little things he needed to do. So, playing the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. We just had their pick a couple years ago, and here we are now playing them in the first round. Do we beat them here? I'm going to go ahead and submit current round, see what happens. We're the higher seed, so we should take care of business, but you never know with this game. So, we end up sweeping them. Okay, absolute W, and now we get to play the 6th seed Memphis Grizzlies, who beat us last year. They have John Morant, Richardson, Keon Johnson, Kevin Durant now. Okay, so this one could be a little more scary, I'm not going to lie. Game 1, we're up 1-0, though. 39-15 from Stephen Curry. 35-14 from Wiseman. Kevin Durant, 25. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Okay. 31-13. John Morant, 33-10. Game 3, they win one. All right, 27-5. Obviously, that's kind of inevitable, if I could speak correctly. 3-1 lead for us, though. 37-5 from John Morant. 34-20 from Steph. Oh, my goodness. Do we beat them in 5? Yes, we do. And now we get the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors. LeBron versus Stephen Curry one last time, but this time on the Western Conference Finals. Russell Westbrook is here too, so that makes it even more interesting. This team is usually very hard to beat. I would be surprised if we beat them, to be honest. But we do have ourselves a pretty good team, so I guess I can't count myself too down. Hopefully, we're able to maybe take care of business here. Game 1, let's see what happens. They're up 1-0. No surprise there. 20-14 from LeBron James. Game 2, we even it up, though. 45 from LeBron is not enough because Stephen Curry scores 38, and it just wasn't enough. A lot of double-digit scores. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Okay. 22-16 from Steph. Steph is just on a tear as far as assists-wise. We're up 3-1 on them. 39-30. Klay Thompson had himself a game 6-9 from 3. Do we beat them in 5? Yes, we do. We're in the NBA Finals. Oh, my goodness, man. I didn't know this game hated Wiggins that much, bro. Why? Is once I traded Wiggins, that was the answer to all my problems. I don't understand. But now we get to play Philadelphia. I feel like this team is worse than... Come on. Give this to me. Come on, bro. Let's go. We beat them in 6 games. The Golden State Warriors are back on top of the league. 62-20. Stephen Curry is your Finals MVP. This was our final roster that we put together. And at the end of the day, we were able to keep Steph, Klay, and Draymond, and we won them a championship. This is what it's all about. James Wiseman stayed as well. Kuminga became a really good beast for us. 3 and D kind of wing player for us. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. That was really exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Enjoy some playoff basketball today. I know I will. I had to get this one up bright and early because I didn't want to upload this while the playoffs were going on, while you guys were trying to watch some basketball and watch my rebuilds. So you're like, what am I doing? Who am I watching? Anyways, guys, done talking. For now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.